I'm Michaela.
I'm Milan.
And this is Unfiltered Uncorked. So for today's episode, we are diving into marketing in the wine industry. We'll be talking about our wine of the week, as well as a fun segment at the end, so stay tuned for that.
Yep. Okay, do you want to get started on the wine of the week?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say this the best I possibly can. We have a Italian rosé from the company called Freixenet. It's a Catalan name, Spain. So the company is actually Spanish, but they kind of branched out to Spain. And the company is well known for sparkling wine. You might see a lot of the wines in the shelves at grocery stores. And so, but we decided we wanted to do a still rosé today. After looking it up, so on the wine it says that it's made from grape varieties of Veneto. Veneto is in northeastern Italy, kind of stretching from the Dolomite Mountains to the north of the Adriatic Sea, and its capital is actually Venice. So I thought that was really cool. It's really diverse geographically, so you have mountains, you have plains, coastline, and so all those are going to influence the variety and the style of the wine that's being produced. And so this one is going to have really light, fresh, fruity notes. And do you want to tell us what it's paired with today?
Yeah, so we are pairing it with a kale salad. We have on our salad, we have apple slices, prosciutto, strawberries, feta, and then a nut mix of some sort. There's some pumpkin seeds in there. And then with a poppy seed dressing.
Yum. The reason why we decided to do this is because the fruity notes from this we thought would pair really good with the strawberries and the apples, and also thought it would pair well with the prosciutto. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the reason why we decided on this bottle of wine was because we're doing today we're talking about marketing in the wine industry, and rosés, I feel like especially rosé, they have they come up with the cutest bottles for rosé. Mm-hmm. And we actually went in the store. We both picked a bottle of rosé that we thought looked the coolest. And we went up to a girl in there and we were like, which wine would you purchase? And so she chose this one, and so thought that the power of marketing kind of played into it with the way that the bottle looked as well. It may be a little hard to kind of see on camera, but it has these little raised bumps in the glass in a pattern. Thought it was super cool. And then the foil capsule was actually clear. It's not foil either. I think it's plastic. And so that's kind of something else, again, I want to sort of talk about today. There we go. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, we have our tasting books. Okay, we'll fill out all this info a little bit later, but let's start with aroma. I'm kind of getting, this one's hard. Maybe peach?
What did it say the notes were?
Let's see here. Red cherries and strawberries. Maybe the peach is the red cherries. For me, I'm getting peach, but they maybe got red cherry. Like a sweet red cherry, like a maraschino cherry.
Yeah, I get the cherry. But peach is a stone fruit. Yeah. So maybe you get maybe a white peach.
Cherry's a stone fruit too. White peach.
or
I don't really get any like. This one's hard.
yeah.
This one's like really hard. I'm like shoving my nose in it.
Speak to me. Smell to me.
I'm like kind of getting like really light floral notes, but
I feel like there's some grass in there. Maybe
little
I'm wrong.
grassiness. I don't know.
You know, like 3-day-old fresh cut grass. I get some.
I can kind of get the strawberry more when I take.
I get the
sip.
strawberry nut. Yeah, I get. Okay, I don't think I actually do get the cherry.
I don't get the cherry. I think where I get the peach though is where they might have gotten the cherry.
I think I get like a white peach.
A white peach. Okay. Now appearance. This is rosé. This is pale. Pale. For sure. What color are we thinking?
Yes, it's
Which one?
pale. Sorry.
No, you're good. Maybe sand.
It's so cold. Yeah.
We're thinking sand because I wouldn't say it's like orange, but I wouldn't say it's pink. So, but it's also like really bright, you know? This one's a little. Okay. Duration. I'm finding this to have like a very short to no aftertaste. On the duration. Are you still looking at the color?
Yeah, what'd you say?
I said sand for the color. And then
Okay, duration.
I said short to no.
Short.
Yeah. Taste. Fresh.
Agreed.
I would say it's kind of smooth, no?
Yeah. I think it's more fresh than smooth.
100%. Enjoyment. It's actually pretty good, you know? I'm not really like a rosé person, but it's okay.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's definitely not like the worst thing I've drank.
Correct, yeah. I'm just gonna say good. Body, light. Tannin, light. Acidity, honestly, I don't think the acidity is really high in this. I'm getting more medium. Medium negative. What'd you think?
Medium neg.
Yeah. Alcohol, it's light.
What is it?
I think if I can remember, it was like 11.4, 11.2.
5.
11.5. Thank you. But like even like when you're like drinking it, the alcohol, you know, isn't really strong.
Agreed.
Sweet. I don't think this is sweet.
No.
I'd say it's
dry.
bone dry. Remarks. It's light. It doesn't really have too much flavor, but the acidity is low, which I think is kind of why I like it. Okay, flavors and aromas. Rating. I'm going to give this one a 7.5.
I did 5 and 6. I did 5.5. I didn't really like it that much.
No?
I mean,
don't know.
it's really not that bad, but
No, definitely not. I
For,
don't like when it's super citrusy and acidic, and I'm not getting that with this, and that's kind of why I like it a little bit more. But that's just me. Rosato finito. Okay, so and this is a 2021. Yes, this is a 2021. The grapes. You want to talk about the grapes a little bit? We did some research on what grapes. It was a little hard to kind of find what grapes could be in it, but we narrowed it down to 3. So do you want to kind of go over a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. So the Glera grape is the northeastern Italy, where it's originated, and it's the main grape in Prosecco. And Prosecco is the wine region. Its alcohol is typically around 11 to 11.5, and it's fermented in tank to preserve its freshness. Primitivo is actually southern Italy, and the grape is actually genetically identical to Zinfandel. Its climate preference is warm and sunny climates, and the grape actually has thick skin, which gives it a deeper color and tannins, and it actually ripens early, given its name, Primitivo, which is actually meaning early. Pinot Noir is actually in Burgundy, France. It's where it originated. Its climate preference is cool to moderate climates. And the key regions for Pinot Noir are Burgundy, France, Italy, the USA, and New Zealand, Germany, Chile. It's also a light to medium bodied red wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that something was cool that I can't even say it. Glera grapes were actually named Prosecco. Like that's the name of that's what the name was, Prosecco. And then they changed the name in 2009 to protect the wine region. And so it's now Glera. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. Now getting into marketing. We're not saying we're pros in this. We're learning too. But I think like right now that's something that's been really big for us at our work.
Very prominent.
And so I've been having a lot of fun with my marketing, and kind of being able to get creative with it and come up with different ideas. But I definitely think there's different branches of marketing. So I'm just like the brands are, the branches would be, branding and storytelling, packaging and label design, digital presence and social media, especially now since that is what's become really big, distribution and placement, and then target audience and positioning, and then last but not least, experience and education. So yeah, how's your salad?
Delicious.
Delicious, mine is too. Thank you for making it.
You're welcome. Can I steal a strawberry?
Yeah, go ahead.
You gotta do like the apple with the prosciutto with the salad.
Okay, hold on. A little food break.
But,
I'm just kidding.
But you're also like at a winery. Not only are we going off of those like branches, but it's different ways of targeting different people. Not in the sense of like direct to consumer or DTC, but how is our marketing keeping our members involved and keeping them interested in the winery and our wines and everything like that. And then also, how are we going to be getting sales, right? That's another one. And then how do we get more people to join our club and start that? Because at a winery, your wine club is the winery's backbone. That's something that those sales are quarterly. It's a guarantee of 12 bottles a year. Sorry, I had salad on me.
That's okay.
And so you're wanting, unless you're like in grocery stores, but
even then, like, okay, so how can you sell your bottle in a grocery store when it's on a shelf with hundreds of other bottles, you know? It's hard, you know. Most people these days don't really know too much or about like the wine industry or about wine itself. So they're going and they're finding the bottle that for them looks appeasing to the eye.
Exactly.
And so there's different like sections for each one, and how can you elevate each section to make people want to buy your wine and stay in the wine club, you know?
So I think there's like two aspects to it, like external and then
Internal. Okay, let's go into the first branch, branding and storytelling. Origin stories are big. Everyone loves to hear, you know, is it family owned? Is it generational? Is there any major history behind it that can elevate the experience? Like, oh, this winery has been open for hundreds of years. Like, okay, cool. Like, there must be something going on that's kept them alive. Or maybe there's ways of doing things that they did in the past that they continue to do now. Like, it's different, really, like, origin stories that are super cool. And honestly, that's kind of what I find to be some of the coolest information when I go to wineries is, okay, origin story, how long it's been around, how it started, where it is, why it is where it is. And so, you know, emphasizing like the
people
climate.
eat it up. They eat it up.
They eat it up. Yeah, like emphasizing, you know, climate, terroir, and then, you know, is there a branding to it? Is there like a lifestyle branding to it? You know, you have your luxury, you have your fit, like fit wine that people are really wanting to these days. You have adventure, sustainability, you know, organic. And so what type of branding does this winery have that is appeasing to consumers? And then uniqueness. What makes your winery and your wine different from others? Like I was saying earlier, like organic. Another thing that's starting to become really big is I feel like really rare, rare or like different varietals that are being used. And how are people using those varieties? Because, you know, I'll have a wine and, I have a story. So there's this grape called Symphony, and the wine was Symphony, and I gave it to somebody, and this lady, it was kind of like I don't mean to like be rude, but it was like a teaching moment and that I got to give. And her husband was a somm, she said, or like has been like the wine industry or kind of did something around those. She's like, so I know wine. Like she was very like, I know wine. And she's like, well, what's Symphony? And I was like, that's the grape. And she's like, no, like what's the name of the grape? I said, that is the name of the grape. And, you know, I thought it was cool because she was someone who said she knows a lot about wine because her husband knows a lot about wine. She drinks a lot of wine, but Symphony isn't something that most people see very often. And
Correct.
So it's a really cool grape too, I thought. So yeah, like that's definitely like the first one, like why it matters, like why it creates that emotional connection between you and your consumer, and then also loyalty, like brand loyalty between others as well. So yeah. You want to talk about the second brand?
Yeah, so packaging and label design. I know that like when I get on TikTok and I see these people on TikTok and they're making dinner, they're making something, they're like, oh, I just went to Trader Joe's and I saw this label and I just bought it because it was such a beautiful label. It's a big thing. And there's a lot that goes into it. So the appearance of the bottle plays a huge role, like what we did today. Asking the grocery store worker, we said, out of these bottles, which one would you pick? And she said, oh, I think this one looks better. So we bought that one.
Out of your five senses, eyes are the ones that pick, like that are used the first, like, if that makes sense.
Exactly. So the label and artwork, which I love this this bottle. I think it's super cute and minimalistic. Like it just gives a very clean look. The bottle shape, the color, the size, the cork versus the screw cap, everything goes into it. And like the shelf presence, how it stands out in retail setting. You want something that's eye-catching, but still goes along with your brand, right? Because we're trying to sell the brand at that point then.
Mm-hmm.
If they were coming to your winery where you could actually give them a story.
Correct, yeah. And then going back on like the closure type cork versus screw cap, there's nothing wrong with the screw cap. I'm just gonna say that. Most people have like, I feel like there's a stigma against screw caps. There's really nothing bad about a screw cap. One thing I was like told is like, the only difference between a screw cap and a cork is the wine can't really like necessarily keep aging in the bottle. With the screw caps, you can't really keep it as long as then like a cork. But overall, like there really isn't anything bad with the screw cap. Just had to point that one out. But to the eye, a screw cap isn't necessarily, appeasing.
Correct. But to go off that point is when you're buying wines at a grocery store, you're not aging them. You're taking it home and drinking it.
Correct. Yeah.
So like in that matter,
mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter.
True.
It doesn't matter no matter
mm-hmm,
what.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not aging it. We're drinking it right away, type of thing.
Yeah. But.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into, and like being able to be like, which shelf your wine goes on is a big thing.
Which shelf, which section.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy because that's something that I do a lot in my work because I do external sales a lot. And, I'll talk with people and I'm like, okay, so how do we get it in the red wine section over the Texas section? Because people aren't going to walk into a Texas section because no one wants Texas wine. People want wine from Italy, France, California. So section also plays a huge role. And so, yeah. Okay, next branch. Digital presence and social media. Everyone is on social media. Everybody, especially our generation who I feel like has a falling out with the wine industry.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really much of a connection there. Are things picture worthy? Like how can you make your wine, your establishment, like maybe even the food that you have there, how does it look like appeasing to the eye to be able to take a picture and post it on social media? When someone posts your stuff on social media, that right there is technically free marketing in a sense. And technically they're paying you. So how can you make yourself look better to get that free marketing that you're also getting paid for? I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah, email newsletters.
That's hilarious.
What? It's true. They're paying to come to the winery, and you're getting free marketing out of it. Mm-hmm. So kind of just doing it that way. And then not only for consumers, but for us at the winery. Michaela and I have been playing around with different ideas, not only on TikTok, but Instagram, and finding fun, cute, and funny ways to display the winery to be able to connect to other people and be like, this is awesome, like, let's go there. So yeah, that's something we've been having a lot of fun with. Email newsletters. What can you tell, like storytelling, again, back to storytelling. What can you tell on your email newsletters? What wine club offers can you offer,
On the newsletters, a big thing is because when you come to a winery and you come to a tasting and you join their wine club, and this is the sad, hard truth for people who are us, where we're working in this stream, we're super passionate about wine and everything that goes into it, is it's all about the experience. It's about what they're getting out of it. It not necessarily means they have the bestest wine in the world, but the experience every time they come, that's what you're selling. Mm-hmm. And not only the wine, because it does play a big part in it. If you have shit wine, you're not going to get people to come to your winery.
Correct. Or wine club.
Correct. So the newsletters, the email newsletters, is a great way for your wine club members. to stay intact with the winery, because it's also, once wine club members become members, it's like an identity for them. Like, oh, I'm a wine club member here, let's go here, and they bring their friends or something like that. So like the more that they can know, the more that they know. This also, talk about they're paying us and we're getting free marketing, is this would be a great way. You send an email newsletter, say once a month, monthly newsletter of what's happening at the winery, what sales are going on, that kind of thing. And then they talk about the winery to their friends, and then they're like, they bring their friends and they're like, oh my God, this place is amazing, I love this place. And not only do we talk about the winery, but then the wine club members also talking about the winery, and then they're more likely to join that way.
Yeah, we definitely got a couple wine club members that way. But
I think I have a better chance of getting a wine club member when wine club members bring them. When they bring their friends, it's an easy sell.
that's actually how I got a couple signed up for the wine school. It's because someone who was in the wine school brought them. I was like, you guys should sign up for the wine school. And now they're in the wine school. But yeah, email newsletters are big. You can promote not only offers like wine club, but what events do you have going on at your winery? What promotions do you have going on too? Maybe a little bit of educational pieces as well. So email newslettering is big. But also something that is also big with email newslettering is you don't want to overkill it. Because you can overkill with email newsletters. I'm not gonna lie, I don't look at some of my newsletters because there's too many of them to look at. And so kind of keeping them not as many so that they also are not generating to the bottom as well, because you want people to see them. Next is influencer and maybe sommelier partnerships. Those are really big because people who have a really big following can reach other people who are interested in what they are doing. If you have someone who does food and wine and they're really big and a lot of people follow them to find new places in the area, it's probably a good idea to have your brand on there. Online reviews.
But hold on.
Oh.
You have to find the influencer that
matches
your
Correct.
brand and storytelling, because
Correct.
you don't want
like a lifestyle person coming. No offense. Like, you don't want like a lifestyle person coming because they're going to talk about, how can you make your lifestyle better? This is more of a experience. So a restaurant or a like winery or like someone who does like wines and alcohol. And so definitely making sure you pinpoint what partnership you're wanting. Sommeliers are really good because they're obviously like in the wine industry and they know a lot about wine. And so,
and if you like with the Somm partnership, like they're following, people are already interested in wine. They're interested in that next level also of maybe joining or being a part of something like that. So I feel like that would be a great way. And another note is wineries use Facebook, they use Instagram, but social media right now is TikTok this, TikTok that, TikTok whatever, and wineries are not using TikTok whatsoever. And I think it kind of gets a bad rep, in my opinion, when it comes to businesses, because it's all about 30-second videos, or you know what I mean? And it's us who watch it, but my parents watch TikTok like crazy. And when I go to a new place, like someone had said to me, if there's not a review on TikTok, then I don't go, which is crazy to me, but he said that. And then they signed up for the wine club. So like, it's still reaching.
Which is kind of crazy because TikTok is the last social media platform that has been created.
Correct.
And so like people were using Instagram beforehand, people were using Facebook, they're using Google. But I also think because TikTok is so video based, so then it makes it feel like you're actually there. Instead of a picture, because you can edit a picture. I mean, obviously you can edit a video too, but it just makes it seem more real.
Correct.
I feel like.
No, I agree with that. And that's something that Milan and I are trying to do, is because our generation is on social media. We grew up on social media. So to find a way that you can still hit the people that you want and still have even if it's just like an educational TikTok. I love those. I love an educational TikTok. I love wineries who are posting all the time about what they're doing and why they do this certain
And
thing.
like they make it so fun and light. Like they don't make it so serious. And I think that's also something else that having our generation connect with wineries is because it seems so serious in the past. You know? But yeah, I completely agree with you. Yeah. So next, Google reviews, any reviews, but also plays into how you are in customer service. Making sure you have really good individuals who work at your winery that can give that experience, that level of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like level of, I'm thinking of a word and I can't figure it out, but that's okay. But like basically just making sure that everyone at your winery knows what's going on, knows about your wine, because I feel like you can sell a bottle in the tasting room if your server knows what's up.
Correct.
And then last with digital presence and social media is your website. How does your website look? Does it look outdated? Is it easy to use? How easy is it to buy something online? How many clicks does it take for someone to make a purchase? Experience is huge. Education is also huge, depending on the person. But like when you come, like when you're, so experience and education, if you blend it together, the tastings. What can you do during a tasting, not only to enhance your product, but to entice your consumers? And how can you get it to consumers from different areas? Educational content, like we were talking about earlier, you know? Pairings. I made a really cute graphic of the wines at our winery that pairs, as we're in October, Halloween's coming. So excited. But like, what Halloween candy can pair with each wine that we have to try to entice people. You know, it's like a little educational portion and, you know, doing like different pairings or giving a little bit of background. That's also really big for people who want to learn, you know.
And I feel like the education in wine is prominent for consumers. Like it's talked about all the time.
Yeah. And then last but not least with experiences is events. Events are big. What other things can you do for people that will draw them in? You're planning an event right now. You're planning 3 events right now. Which ones are they? The Fall Festival?
Fall Festival, Wine Club Pickup.
Wine Club Pickup.
And Platinum Brunch.
Oh, Platinum Brunch, yeah. And so they're all 3 for Wine Club, right?
Yeah.
So
any event I do is Wine Club.
Yes, that's right. So like she's working straight with Wine Club and she's coming up with all these events for Wine Club members to get them to not only come to the winery but to interact, to make them feel more included because that's what you want in a wine club. You want them to become like your family or friends. And so I feel like we've gotten really close with a handful of Wine Club members.
Hi, Wine Club members that are watching. Thank you for watching us.
We love you guys. And so when you get really close with Wine Club members, every single time you walk in, it's like, yes, they're here. And so, oh my gosh, yeah, like that's like the best feeling is just like having the Wine Club members that you're super close with coming into the winery and like the Wine Club members always want to know what's going on in your life. Too,
Yeah,
like,
and they care about you. Yeah.
Yeah, they care about you.
Jinx. Your makeup. But these events, I think something that. So, I think, which I think is a known fact, but your Wine Club members are your most loyal customers. They've already bought into the winery. They've already bought into the experience and the wine and everything that goes along with it, and us. So, I think it would be really cool to do, and this was brought up in one of my classes, was to do road shows. So like what you do.
I do a lot of road shows. Or
but make
as
it,
many as I'm allowed to do.
Yeah, but make it Wine Club exclusive and not just to use.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So like, and the idea of road shows is go to where your customers are, right? Just like what we were talking about of like retail. But to be able to do that or other things like that, I think would be really fun. But
I completely agree with you on that one. But yeah, so marketing plays a huge role in the wine industry and how to connect every person, age, gender, everything. And so how to bring people in and not
Buy
only
your
bring them
shit.
in, but to keep them in, and then also using them as marketing too. So yeah, that's kind of our little overview on marketing. But yeah, no,
we still have a lot to learn, and I feel like
100%.
this is something we didn't think we would do. Well, at least me, marketing. I definitely thought I'd just be in the vineyard with the grapes that don't talk back, but
Yeah.
sometimes they do, but it takes a while. But it's kind of cool.
I'm having ask Michaela, I've been having a lot of fun, especially with the holidays. It's so much fun to be able to connect it with something that I just enjoy so much.
I think it's easier with the holidays too.
Correct, yeah.
So it's easier and whatever.
Working with Allie has been a very big help. She's really good at marketing.
She is very good at marketing. My favorite person to work with, Anicia.
Oh, Anicia. I love Anicia. She's so slay.
She is.
But yeah,
so
working with both of them, they have such great ideas that I would have never thought of. They can find the tiniest little mistakes that I would have never seen. And so it's been awesome getting to work
Be
with
like,
them.
oh, well, what do you think about doing it this way? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, and so, but
Yeah. And that's all of our marketing so far
correct.
that we've learned.
Yeah. Now for our fun segment. Do you want to talk about what we're doing for the fun segment?
Yeah, we're each going to get 5 letters. With these 5 letters, we're going to try to come up with a word. We'll flip a card over. It's going to have a letter. She's going to have one letter. I'm going to have another letter. And we'll go, so 2 letters at a time. Milan's is going to be the beginning of the word. Mine's is going to be the very end of the word. Word, not world.
And we have to
Come up with the word that starts with your letter and ends with my letter.
But it's like a race. So who can come up with the letter the quickest? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. D and A are the letters. No, I was gonna say
Data.
Damn it!
Okay.
Ready? 1,
1,
2,
2, 3.
C.
Cam.
I almost said.
Does that work?
Cam. I don't know if cam is a word.
CAM. Like a cam plant. A cam plant.
Cam, but isn't that like?
That's CAM. Okay.
Okay, fine.
We won't use it. It's fine.
Okay. I was thinking of a different word, but I stopped myself from saying it.
Oh. You should say that.
CM.
I don't know.
CM. I'll give it to you. I'll give you Cam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, ready? J and Y. J.
Joy. Damn it. Oh, but J works if
Does J work? Okay.
It's like what is that called? A pronoun?
Sure. Yeah.
Like a name, like the word, the name J.
I think I was meaning to say Joy, but J came instead. Okay.
She saw the letter J. J.
Okay, ready?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I-O. Aw.
Isotopic.
Mine ended with a C. Isotopic. I think it was supposed to be ISO, but igloo is a lot better word. I don't think mine were. I know ISO is a word, but I don't think it's necessarily a word. But I also said I said isotopic first, but I don't think that one's a word.
But we were still pretty good.
Okay, last one. To finish off this segment.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. BS.
Yes! Just screaming out the letters here, folks.
Do you say balls?
I said boss.
Oh.
BOSS. Run it back.
Yeah, you were really good. Damn, I got no words. I got none.
Did you not?
I shuffled them.
Yeah, you didn't get any words.
None. Can we do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, let me shuffle. Okay, I'm gonna pick a word, and then I'm gonna pick a letter, and then you're gonna pick a letter, and we're not gonna flip until I say 3. So.
Oh. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Jared.
Okay with that pronoun? Oh, you got J last time. Okay, good. Okay, Jared.
Jared? Do you like Jared? This is kind of fun. One more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and S.
Osmosis.
Osmosis. That's a really good word.
Dang, some science.
One more.
1, 2, 3.
B and I. Boy!
You get that one.
Thank you. I guess we're doing 10 today. 1, 2, 3, go. Y. Yeah! It was Y and A.
Okay.
M and C.
I really almost shouted monkey.
That's okay. MC. Mac.
That was a good one.
It was a lame one. It was an easy one.
Well, I couldn't figure it out, so.
Well, okay.
And that's our segment.
That's the end of our segment.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like that one.
I did too.
Well.
Okay, and that is it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. And if you have any comments or any questions, please let us know. Or if there's anything that you're wanting to listen about or hear about, or maybe you want some education, since we do that. And stay tuned for next week, because we have a special spooky episode for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm excited for this one.
some fun things happening for that episode.
Yes. And as always, tell your friends, your families, your foes, everyone you knows. Follow us on social media. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. We're still working on a website, but it's close to being done. And as always, folks,
Stay unfiltered, uncorked, and remember, sip happens.